Hello everyone. Today, we're going to talk about data handling. Data means a collection of information in the form of numbers or facts. It can be things like runs scored by a cricketer, wickets taken by a bowler, or your marks in a test. There are two main types of data: raw data and grouped data. Raw data is when the information is collected and presented randomly. Grouped data is when the same information is classified into groups. Here's an example of raw data showing the number of smartphones owned per family. As you can see, the numbers are listed randomly without any specific order. Now, let's look at an example of grouped data. Here, the number of smartphones owned per family is categorized into groups ranging from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3 and 3 to 4, and so on. This makes it easier to understand the data. To better understand data, there are a few important terms we need to know. Tally marks are symbols used to represent the occurrence of an observation in a table. Frequency is the number of times a particular observation occurs in the data. Class interval refers to the range of values in a group. Frequency distribution shows the values of the variable and their corresponding frequencies. Let me give you an example to help you understand these terms better. Suppose a selection test was given to 20 students and the time taken by each student is listed. We can prepare a frequency distribution table by dividing the time taken into class intervals, such as 25 to 30 minutes, 30 to 35 minutes, and so on. These are the class intervals. The frequency column will show the number of students that completed the test in that class interval. For example, 3 students completed the test in 25 to 30 minutes interval. So frequency of 25 to 30 is 3, and so on. Now, in the tally marks table, we will depict 3. Now, let's move on to pictographs. A pictograph represents data through appropriate pictures or symbols. Each picture or symbol represents a certain value, which is clearly mentioned in the graph. Next, we have bar graphs. A bar graph displays information using bars of uniform widths, where the height of each bar is proportional to the respective value. Here's an example of a bar graph. Following data gives total marks, out of 500, obtained by 6 children of a particular class. Represent the data on a bar graph. To choose an appropriate scale, we make equal divisions taking increments of 100. Thus, 1 unit will represent 100 marks. Now represent the data on the bar graph. Like, for example, Aman has scored 350 marks, so the bar will go till 350 according to the scale. There's also something called a double bar graph, which shows two sets of data simultaneously. This is useful for comparing data. Pie charts are another way to represent data. They are useful for displaying the relative proportions or percentages of different categories within a dataset. Let me give you an example of a pie chart. This pie chart shows how a child spends their time in a day, with different sectors representing activities like sleep, school, play, homework, and others. To draw a pie chart, we first take the total value of all the items and consider it as 360 degrees. Then, we convert each component of the data into degrees using the formula: degree of any component is equal to component value upon total value times 360 degrees. Finally, we draw a circle with appropriate radius, mark the angles at the center, and draw the sectors. Now, let's talk about chance and probability. Chance refers to the possibility of an event happening or not happening. There are 3 possible scenarios when it comes to chance. An event can be certain to happen, impossible to happen, or it may or may not happen. Probability is the chance of an event happening. It tells us how likely an event is to occur, but it doesn't predict what will actually happen. Here's an example to illustrate probability. If a coin is tossed, the possible outcomes are either head or tail. This is a random experiment because the outcome cannot be predicted in advance. To understand probability better, let's go through a few terms. A trial is an action that results in one or several outcomes. A random experiment is when the result of the trial cannot be predicted in advance. An event is a collection of some outcomes of the experiment. Equally likely outcomes are when each outcome has the same chance of occurring. The formula to calculate probability is probability is equal to number of favorable events upon number of total events. Let's apply this formula to an example. Suppose a die is thrown, and we want to find the probability of getting a prime number or a number greater than 4. For a prime number, the favorable events are 2, 3, and 5 out of the total 6 possible outcomes. So, the probability of getting a prime number is 3/6 or a half. For a number greater than 4, the favorable events are 5 and 6, so the probability is 2/6 or 1/3. And that's a wrap. We've explored the world of data, graphs, and probability together. Remember, data is all around us, and understanding it helps us make sense of the world. We hope that you have understood the topic. You can now study chapter notes, watch video lectures, and solve MCQ tests of this chapter on Eduref to ensure you score well in your school exams. And that's not all, you also get amazing courses for maths, science, English, Hindi, and much more for class 8. Thank you.